he's staking his claim. He's like, I still want to be with you. He's like, I'm gonna make it known. He even kind of like messes with Marshall a little bit. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, I did not know this.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back to Onyx Shawties. I am Shalom.
I'm Sinead.
And I'm Shasha.
Today, we got some juicy topics.
Yes, we're talking about what everyone, the whole entire world has been talking about all week.
Yeah.
Love is blind.
Love is blind. First of all, before we even get into it, we want to say that we're hungry.
Yes.
I'm not, you're hungry too, aren't you?
Yes, I'm starving.
Yeah, so that's why we decided this is going to be half mukbang, half, just chill podcast and, chill with us. So that's why we have our newest crumble cookie flavors of the week.
Yeah, so every single week we're going to be reviewing the newest crumble cookies.
And don't say every week. Say every time we do the podcast.
Yeah, so every single time we do the podcast, we're going to be reviewing the newest and latest crumble cookies.
Yes, because, I'm a sweet tooth. I love me some cookies.
Yes.
So let's see, what are the flavors today?
Okay, so the flavors that we have today, they're pretty interesting ones.
We have a lot of chocolate ones here.
A lot of chocolate ones, yeah. And one that I'm excited for, because I'm less of a chocolate fan and more into
I love chocolate.
I don't know.
Like more fruity?
Fruity, but I wouldn't say that this flavor is fruity.
Okay, so we have caramel shortbread, which is like Twix. So we have candy Twix on top of it. We have cotton candy, which is, it has a really nice pretty candy swirl. We have a peanut butter munch, which is my favorite because I love peanut butter.
She thought she was feeling you.
Yeah, and lastly we have birthday cake, which is Oreo based.
Okay, so like Oreo birthday cake. Cool. So yeah, we'll probably be trying these a little bit.
And for all those who are just listening, we're going to be describing the flavor so you guys can just know what we're talking about.
Yeah. We're not just going to go, that's good. We'll describe the flavor.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. So Love is Blind. Okay. Who has watched it? Oh, for anyone who has not watched it, let's just talk about what it's about.
Right. So Love is Blind is a show where people, men and women, go into these pods. They do not see each other. There's a wall between them. And they are basically having conversations with each other, getting to know each other, then deciding if they want to marry that person without seeing them.
Yeah.
And then there's a big meetup after that. Then they have a honeymoon right away, right after they meet each other, basically. Then they live together, meet parents, and then there's weddings.
So guys, basically they're getting married without seeing each other, basically for almost all of the relationship. And they're getting married 2 weeks after just seeing their faces.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, so
it's
basically
crazy.
It's like speed dating on a whole nother level.
Level, okay?
You're literally seeing if love is blind. Is love blind?
Right, because you're not judging based off of appearances. And okay, be honest, how much do you guys judge off of appearances when you like someone?
A lot.
100%, yeah.
I'm saying if there was a scale to how much it was more than personality.
Well, you have to have some level of attraction in your standards. It doesn't have to be conventionally attractive, but it has to be attractive to you. Yeah. So I feel like attraction has to be it has to be there, same level as personality, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so you said same level, 50-50. I would say it's 50-50 for me. Actually, I don't know. I feel like personality weighs heavier for me, even more than how they look. But I don't know. What's that feel?
Interesting. I don't know if you would date an ugly guy. Be honest. Anyways, guys, we watched season 1 years ago. I hadn't watched season 1 actually.
I think we started. Didn't we start it in the start of the pandemic? Was that when season 1 was out?
Yes, I think so. No, that wasn't season 2. No, I think that was when season 1 was out. Yeah.
Yeah, season 2 was during 2022.
2022.
Yeah,
I think,
a couple years after, I think.
Right. So I don't know if they remember watching season 1. No, I watched season 1, and it was pretty standard. It was a good season. Not a lot of drama. We got a good couple. Well, there was a few married people that came out of it, but the most iconic one is Cameron and Lauren, and we love them. We love our. Is
it the interracial couple?
Yes.
Yeah. No, they're a black couple.
They're interracial.
They're a black couple.
No, they're interracial. I literally remember seeing a black woman.
In the eyes of us, they're a black couple.
Why?
Because Cameron just got that
He has that swag. No, listen, I'll say this. over the years, you can see him transform. Like, you can see that Lauren transformed him. I know what you're saying. Like, I see the transformation. Like, you can look, literally, I've seen it before and after of how he was before meeting Lauren and after. And, you see the change. Like, when you're married, you change each other.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But, yeah. So
how would you describe season 1?
I would say season 1 was standard. Like a standard dating show. Okay. I would say standard.
And it was successful in terms of like who is married to this day. Because I feel like there's like 2 couples.
I think there's 2 couples. Because Amber and Barnett, that's the other couple. I think they're still married. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're still married. Yeah.
Okay, guys, season 2. Now, our whole entire family watched season 2. And I would describe that as drama.
That was the drama season. It was the most multicultural season with you get to see a lot of personalities.
Asians and Indians.
Blacks and
I would say it was very diverse.
Very diverse, but unfortunately it was very dramatic.
Yes, it will go down as the most dramatic season.
There was a guy on there named Sheikh, and he said that one of the requirements for his woman was that he had to be able to carry him on her shoulder. He had to be able to carry the girl on his shoulders.
Yeah.
It was, wow, drama.
It was wild.
And
it was wild.
Y'all, the reunion was even more dramatic with that.
Oh my goodness,
guys. It was spicy. It was it had us all, we were screaming and running around the room like we were legitimately doing that.
And the saddest part is all the couples that got married in that season all divorced.
All of them.
None of them are together
that
now.
Season definitely goes down in history. Season 3.
I never watched season 3.
Now, season 3, I would say that, to me, it felt like an immature season. It felt like everybody wanted to be there just for the show. It felt like nobody was serious. That's what I felt like. I felt like nobody was serious.
To me, it felt like high school. Everyone's super emotional. I feel like everyone's just really much just I don't know.
I know people were taking it seriously, but at the same time, I just felt an energy of I don't know. I didn't feel that energy of people wanted to really connect, certain people, I don't know.
But I feel like season 4 had the perfect combo of everything.
So season 4 just came out this year, and I have to say, I think it's the biggest season. I think it was the biggest season.
No, it is the biggest season. I heard that the reunion was
the most watchers. Yeah,
I think wasn't it 32 million?
Really?
Wow.
That's what I heard.
My goodness.
That is insane.
Now, season 4, this I would say this season had an even mix of maturity, mature couples who were set on getting married, and the other side was slightly more dramatic. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, it's everyone had the intention of getting married, but there was just some hiccups along the way, which is just it's normal.
Yes,
it's just
I feel like it had a great balance. So we should probably get into the couples of season 4.
Yes, of season 4.
Before we do, let's try our first cookie.
All right, so which cookie do you guys want to try out first?
Ooh, let's try birthday cake.
Okay, so it's cotton candy.
No, that's cotton candy.
Cotton candy. So this cotton candy one is, let me see, it's like a vanilla icing. Looks like there's some Pop Rocks on it.
Is it Pop Rocks on it?
Some blue and light pink Pop Rocks. It looks like a gender reveal cake. You know what I mean?
It does look like a gender reveal cake.
All right, so we're going to try in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, how would you describe this taste of the cotton candy one? I think the icing just tastes like cotton candy ice cream.
Yeah.
Cotton candy ice cream.
I actually really like this flavor. It's like the perfect sweetness. It's not too sweet. And I like the little Pop Rock things they put on it.
Yeah, super crunchy. It tastes like a vanilla cake. It's just, I like it.
But they're a slight tint of cotton candy flavor. It's not too strong either.
No, it's not too strong.
In fact, you're right. It does remind me of cotton candy ice cream. Yeah, I like that. Rating out of 10?
10 out of 10.
I rate 10 out of 10 for
10
me.
out of 10.
I love cotton candy stuff.
All right, guys.
You know a couple was a 10 out of 10?
What? Who?
What was their names again?
I didn't even write them down.
Sinead forgot their names.
I forgot their names.
Wow, guys. So there was anyone remember?
No. Brett and Tiffany. That was a 10 out of 10 couple.
Now, let me tell you guys some tea about Brett and Tiffany. So, when he was about to propose to her, Brett was telling Tiffany his love for her. And in the middle of that, she accidentally fell asleep. Now, here's the thing. At first, I was like, girl, how could you fall asleep in the middle of someone confessing their love to you? But we found out later on that illegally on these sets, they sleep deprive all the contestants and make them film for 20 hours a day. So it's no wonder she fell asleep.
Yeah, so now it makes sense why she fell asleep. Because They're like sleep deprived, apparently. They are water deprived, so that, you know, it just makes you more tired. Like, they didn't give them proper food. Like, the work conditions.
And these are all allegedly.
This is all allegedly. This is what the cast members were saying. But yeah, when you hear that information, then it's like, oh, it kind of makes sense why people were stressed over.
But you know, I also think that's why he was so forgiving, and that's why he was able to take her up, because I feel like he knows the work conditions that they've already been put through, and so that's why he was able to just, you know, quickly just move on from it, which just shows emotional maturity.
Yes,
you know?
I think they had a lot of emotional maturity in their relationship. A lot of maturity. They were just like, that was the only drama in their relationship. They went past it, and then the whole other time they had no drama except for his suit not being right.
Yeah, so spoiler alert, but they ended up getting married. And I think that is one of the most, what I could say, it's going to be one of the most successful marriages off of Love is Blind.
I would say so too. Like, I honestly feel like they're going to be another Cameron and Lauren, like in terms of like staying together.
Me too. I see that maturity in them. You can just see the maturity that they're just like, no matter what happens. See, he could have just dissed her. He could have just like, I don't know, just made it a huge deal that she fell asleep. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't. He just forgave. He forgave, and now they're happily married.
Right.
Yeah. So another couple who unfortunately is not married, so it's Paul and Micah.
Right.
So if you guys don't know, Paul there's this man named Paul. I forgot what he does, but it was him in the pods and his choice between this woman named Micah and another woman named, was it Bliss or Irene?
No, you're talking about Zach Shalom. So there's Zach and there's Paul. What you're talking right now is Zach, and Zach wanted to choose. He had to choose between.
So
I thought it was Paul.
No. Zach had to choose between Irina and Bliss, and Paul didn't have to choose anybody. Micah had to choose between Kwame and Paul.
Love triangles.
Micah actually told Kwame that she was done with him because she wanted to go with Paul.
You need to had this because I'm really confused.
All right, guys. Hey, these are a whole bunch of love triangles. Let's start one by one. Let's start with Zach. Okay, let's start with Zach.
Zach, the lawyer.
The lawyer.
Okay, yeah. Forget Paul. We're going to Zach.
Zach.
He's the lawyer. The criminal defense lawyer. He had a choice between two women, Bliss and Irina. Okay, we have Bliss, who
made him cupcakes for his birthday.
On set. That's kind of difficult to do. She probably had to convince the producers to get her the ingredients and stuff like that. So, you know, she made him, she remembered his birthday. She just like, you know, she was encouraging him, supporting him and everything like that. We have Irina. Now, Irina, I'm sure they connected in some way, but when you compare someone who made you cupcakes to someone who forgot your birthday
and tried to take a candle from Bliss in order to look like she actually did something for his birthday.
I don't know.
Then she tried to make herself look like the victim, and then Zach was convinced by her, so he chose Bliss.
Yeah. So this man chose Irina.
So
now, as soon as he met Irina looks in this man's face and says, "You look like a cartoon character," and not necessarily in a joking way. Like, she was dead serious. Like, she was serious, and I was like, this will go down in history as one of the worst reactions in Love is Blind history.
Because usually when they see each other for the first time after coming out of the pods,
they're kissing, they're all
like, oh my goodness, whoa, you look so hot.
Wasn't he just staring at her too?
He even tried to kiss her and she didn't let him. Oh. I think that was that Zach or was that Paul Micah? Maybe that's Paul and Micah. But all I know is that it was awkward with Zach and Irina. It was awkward.
So he ended up not going with Irina and went back to Bliss.
Now, so basically in Mexico, they decided to just break it off. In Mexico, Irina and Zach decided to break it off. They were not connecting. He did not feel like that she was kind to him. Even in the reunion, he said that there was a lot of things she was saying about him and to him. And basically, and a lot of the castmates were saying she was saying a lot of stuff too. So we have no idea what was being said. But all we know is that he was not going for Irina. And this man...
Let me tell you, the Netflix editors are kind to her.
Yeah, they were probably very kind to her.
And him too, apparently. More so him, probably, because that's pretty humiliating.
Yeah.
So the love... Let's talk about the other love triangle.
We got to talk about how Zach chased after Bliss.
Oh.
Because after Irina and him broke it off, after he got back from Mexico, he immediately pursued Bliss because he was like, listen, I know you're a good woman. I messed up. I want a second chance. Take me back. Wooed her, proposed to her, I don't know, in the span of 2 days, and then they got married.
And now they're still married after a year later.
Yeah.
They look happy.
They do, actually.
He grew a beard, Zach grew a beard, you know?
When a man gets a beard, he happy.
Yeah.
And the woman happy too, because like the woman would be like, don't go or whatever. She liked the beard. She liked the beard.
Would you like a beard? Y'all?
I don't mind
lumberjack beard.
Okay, I don't know about lumberjack beard.
That's so attractive though, lumberjack.
Lumberjack. But it has like here? Abraham Lincoln beard?
You can braid it? Like
Okay. No. Anyways.
All right, next love triangle. It is between Kwame, what was her name again?
So
the blonde
Kwame,
girl.
Micah,
and Chelsea.
So Chelsea, this is like
Before we get into it, we should try next cookie.
Next cookie before we go into dive deep into the next love triangle, guys. So we have an Oreo one, a Twix one.
Let's try the Oreo one.
Okay, an Oreo one. So guys, this one is an Oreo base, and it is a vanilla cream, just like the filling, and a little bit of sprinkles.
Yeah, this is birthday cake.
Bon appetit, guys. All right, describe how it tastes. Does it taste like an Oreo? An Oreo? Yeah, it tastes exactly like an Oreo, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That.
Yeah,
like
it's like an Oreo cake.
Yeah, it is.
It is an Oreo cake. Like the cookie part does taste like Oreo. Like a soft Oreo.
Oh, a soft Oreo.
I'm not a big Oreos fan, like in general, but this is actually a pretty good Oreo.
I only like golden Oreos usually.
Really?
Like I love golden Oreos. That's the best one, in my opinion.
I would give this an 8 out of 10.
I mean, I'm not really a chocolate fan. I'll give it a 7.
I would also give it a 7 because it's a lot of flavor for it to be the base of the cookie. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. 7.
Cool.
Still like the cotton candy one more.
I like the cotton candy one more too.
All right, guys. So now let's get into the next love triangle.
We got Kwame, Micah, and Chelsea. So Kwame was talking to Chelsea and Micah. His first choice though was Micah. He was very much intent on being with Micah, but Micah told him she wanted to end it and go with Paul. So no, that's Paul, Micah, Kwame, Chelsea, Micah, Kwame, Chelsea, Paul, Micah. So, right. Micah, after Micah had done that, Kwame was very emotional. So he he had some tears backstage, back in the men's area and everything.
Yeah, because Micah kind of like turned him down in a really hard way. And he already had, you could just tell he had self-esteem issues. Like, didn't he say he wanted to be he had another name? What was the other name that he wanted?
He had another name? Oh, he wanted another name? I can't remember that part.
Yeah, he did have some racial trauma. So if you, when he was going to prom years before, his prom dates parents didn't want him to go into the house because he was black. So he definitely has some trauma. It definitely probably triggered him.
But the thing about it is that there was Chelsea who constantly
told him that she wanted to be with him. She made it very clear that she wanted to be with him. She was like, there's no other person. I want to be with you. She was fighting for that.
And that's the worst thing about self-esteem issues. It's like you feel like you don't deserve it. Like someone who just constantly validates you, constantly just gives you the love that you deserve. Right. And because of that, he was just looking at, some sort of trying to way to prove himself to Micah. Mm-hmm. As if to say I'm lovable. Almost playing hard to get, as if she was playing hard to get, but right. It was probably kind of unintentional on her part.
Right. So after that, he decided, okay, Chelsea's here. I'm going to choose Chelsea. But afterwards in Mexico, he approached Micah. They were just talking. And then Micah made a joke about how the first proposal didn't work out, something like that. And he did not take kindly to that joke. And he was very highly offended. So it made the conversation super long, which made Chelsea a little bit hesitant with Kwame because it looked like that Kwame still cared about Micah and Micah's opinion. That's what it looked like,
Wow. So that's what happened?
Yeah.
Wow.
So why did Chelsea still end up wanting to go with him?
Because she wanted to just forgive and forget, go past his mistakes, and they just talked it out.
And see, that's what I like about the season. They were able to talk it out and not being able to just...
a lot of things were talked out.
Yeah. I mean, it goes to show you about how these couples especially, and the notion about how, ignoring the good girl types,
Oh, so you think that Chelsea and Bliss were the good girls and Irina and Micah were hard to get, bad girls.
And exactly. And I feel like that, men, when they watch this, I feel like they really need to really see and just be be
able to evaluate a woman's character.
So
choose the right woman. And
you make cupcakes on your birthday and you choose the other woman?
Yeah, that's kind of like
she says that you have a beautiful name and yet you choose the other woman.
And not that there's anything wrong with the other woman, but it's like
definitely a good girl versus bad girl kind of like.
Yeah, it's kind of like
because the thing is, Irina and Micah were labeled as the not so nice girls. They're always
they were labeled.
Yeah,
as
I remember
that
they were poking behind the other girls' backs. I mean, let's not forget that, guys. Let's not forget.
That's true. And they were laughing. They were laughing about somebody who was having an emotional conversation.
Yeah. So let's we're calling them bad girls because I mean they were playing the mean girls kind of like role on the show.
Exactly. And it just goes to show you about how like how the world works and how people like mind things, in terms of like who to chase after and who to be with.
Right.
And really, it's just like when you see a good person, it's like that's a good person, and that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So the last couple that we're gonna talk about is the infamous one, and
we didn't talk about Paul and Micah. How Paul and Micah ended up getting married. No. They almost got married, but Paul left Micah on the altar.
Right. Ooh. So Micah, who rejected Kwame and went with Paul, now Paul rejects Micah at the altar, and he's at the reunion. Well, not the reunion, on the show, he says stuff like, I just don't really see her being a mother and things like that. And apparently she didn't know that he was even thinking this. And she found out while watching the show. She didn't even know any of that, like his reasoning behind why he said no. He just said that I didn't feel like we were ready and stuff like that.
How would you feel if someone said that to you? Like, I don't see you as a wife or mother.
Ouch.
I'd be offended. I think it's definitely hurtful. But the thing is, he's entitled to his own opinion.
Just to say it out loud, though, that's embarrassing.
No, but it's also the fact that he did not tell her. But I guess he didn't want to hurt her further because he said no. You know?
Yeah, but then you see it to national TV and it's just like...
Oh, well.
Sheesh. National TV versus talk to you in private, that's different.
That's true.
Hey guys, so what cookie is this? We have a Twix one, guys. It's basically a caramel, a chocolate, and I don't know what the base is.
Snickerdoodle? Caramel snickerdoodle? What is it?
No. There's a caramel snickerdoodle and there is a Twix one.
So it's called... Sorry. Check my orders.
Peanut butter munch.
No, that's not peanut butter munch.
Caramel shortbread.
This is caramel shortbread.
Caramel
so we got
shortbread.
Some Twix, caramel, and chocolate. Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, guys, describe the flavor. How do you guys like it? What does it taste like?
It does taste like Twix.
So Sinead is not a chocolate fan, so I'm very surprised that she's saying to it. I thought she was gonna say and just like throw it up or something.
No, but I like Twix.
Oh, you like Twix? You like chocolate. That's a chocolate bar.
Yeah, but it has caramel. I think the caramel was what carries.
Oh, so you like caramel even more than chocolate?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
How do you like it, Shalom?
Well, I'm definitely not a big caramel fan, but this one is, I make an exception. This actually tastes really good.
This actually tastes really good. I think this is a great combination flavor. Like, even the chocolate tastes like, it's not just regular chocolate. It tastes like Twix chocolate.
Yeah, and I love milk chocolate. I mean, it's obviously the best chocolate. And if I had to rate it, I wouldn't say it's a 9 out of 10.
I was about to say the same thing. 9 out of 10. I still like the cotton candy one better because it's not chocolate. But I say it's 9 out of 10.
Surprisingly, I still like the cotton candy one better. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know, guys.
So good.
Anyways, back to Love is Blind, okay?
Okay, so guys.
We gotta talk about...
And it's so funny because this is like one of the last episodes where it's just like...
Where it escalated because they seemed okay. I was like, they look like they're going to make it. In the beginning, in the pods, I was like, I think they're going to be good. Jackie and Marshall, okay? And Josh. But, so...
Josh is there.
Jackie had a choice between two men, Josh and Marshall. She said she was talking to two men, and she said that there's this guy who was talking to me, and he was saying that I'm only here for you. Marshall heard that and said, who's the one talking to my lady? So he goes in the male pods and stuff like that, and he's like, who's telling this and messing with her head? He confronts Josh, and he's like, listen, I'm going for her, basically. He's saying, back off, right?
See, let me pause this for a second. I love love triangles, but the best love triangles are always two men fighting for the girl. That's it. I hate the two women fighting over a man. That's like my pet peeve. Like it makes me want to throw up. But like two men chase after the girl, delicious.
So basically, I think Josh backs off because now Jackie chooses Marshall. Now, when she sees Marshall, there is not immediately a spark. You can tell there's not necessarily a huge spark. And even when they get to Mexico, she says, I'm still trying to put the face to the name. Like she's not fully attracted to him. And then you just see them start having issues. She's breaking down, crying. She's there's like, there's tension between them as they go live together. There's more tension, more arguments. There's not that same connection that was in the pods. Because in the pods, they looked like they had a great connection. I was like, oh, they're going to make it. They were one of the ones I thought was going to make it. By the time it was like 2 weeks before the wedding or something, she's not showing up for the dresses. They already had several arguments. He leaves for 3 days. They're having it's constant back to back issues. Now, there's a birthday party for Chelsea, I think. Mm-hmm. Birthday party for Chelsea. A lot of the castmates come. This is before the weddings and stuff. And they're all like, hey, everybody, we're seeing each other again. We're all living with each other. We're all happy and stuff. Marshall comes alone. He's not with Jackie because they just had an argument, okay? Now, Jackie walks in, all right? Jackie walks in by herself. She's not talking to Marshall, but she's talking to the girls and everything like that. Guess who else walks in? We got Josh. Josh walks in to the birthday party. First of all, who invited Josh? I'm not gonna lie, who invited Josh? The producers probably snuck an invitation out. Hey, Josh,
you're lying. I did not know this.
Yeah. Josh shows up. He speaks. Jackie hears his voice only, and she's like, oh, that's Josh. And so Josh comes and talks to Jackie. Okay? He's saying basically staking his claim. He's like, I still want to be with you. He's like, I'm gonna make it known. He even kind of like messes with Marshall a little bit. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, I did not know this.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Now, fast forward, maybe, I don't know how many days later. Now, Marshall-Jackie breakup, okay? And Jackie goes and meets Josh.
Wait, let's say that, that Jackie also wanted to keep the ring that Marshall gave her. Marshall wanted it back, but Jackie said, well, I want to keep it just for the memories of us. But yeah, I think she's
yeah, because remember, they're always...
No, he said...
before we can say that, I just want to say that they always have this engagement ring. I think that Netflix buys, and they always they present it in the pods. And so, Jackie had this engagement ring. And because, the whole thing that was happening, Marshall kind of confronts her about it. And
he says that since she was breaking up with him, he says, okay, I want the ring back. She says, well, I'm going to keep the ring. Now, to me, that's overdone to me. That's overdone. It doesn't matter if Netflix bought it. Because what Marshall said is that it's a symbol of him wanting to love her and, be with her. She didn't deserve the ring. That's what he says.
Ooh.
Even if he didn't buy the ring. He still gave it to her with that thought. They picked it out together.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And in the reunion, she said she still has that ring. So,
really?
Yeah. So, basically, Jackie and Marshall break up. She keeps the ring. She goes with Josh because they meet up. Josh brings her flowers and everything. Fast forward to the reunion. Them two are still together.
The Josh and her?
Josh and Jackie. They're still together.
It just seemed like she should have went with Josh then.
Yes, that's the thing. She's not obligated to go with Marshall. It's not the way she was treating him during that time, though, because she was not very... There was a lot of tension and a lot of words said that were unnecessary. It was just like
Marshall saying that he saw her as a project.
Yeah, Marshall did say they saw her as a project. That's what I'm saying. On both sides, there was too much tension.
Yeah.
Just like they weren't
a good fit. It's funny because in the pods, they seemed like a great fit.
It just goes to show you that if you know, and if you just don't, I don't know, because what do you think is just not? No,
I think it's also...
Was it just attraction?
I think that
they're more than
I think it was a bit of attraction.
No, I think they should have been just friends.
Oh, that's a great...
Oh, maybe they were too alike.
Yeah, they just need to be friends. They're way too alike.
Yeah, I mean, if they can shot fires like that at each other, that's I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a friends kind of thing. You're dissing each other, but in a relationship, it's dissing.
Yeah.
That's actually a great point, Shasha. It's I would never think to do that to my partner. It's speak softly to me. Don't hurt my feelings. I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. But now that we have all that summary, let's go down to the reunion. Okay, guys, before we get to the reunion, we're going to try our last cookie for the day.
Okay, so what is this one?
So this one is going to be peanut butter munch. Now, I love peanut butter, so I have high hopes for this.
Ooh, even though they said peanut butter munch, it looks like a chocolate glaze.
Yeah, it looks like a chocolate thing. So
it does taste like peanut butter.
Okay.
All right, guys, so...
I don't like peanut butter.
Sinead does not like peanut butter. She literally spit it out right away. Shalom was eating the whole thing. She put the whole thing in her mouth, literally in 2 bites. All right, Sinead, I'm gonna taste this. So,
I just don't like peanut butter. I rate it like a 5. I just don't like peanut butter.
Very, very, very peanut buttery.
Very.
There's a chip on top. I don't know what it is.
Something crunchy. Probably like a cereal or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
What do you rate it, Shalom? The peanut butter lover?
Yeah.
It's definitely creamy. I really like it. I think the crunch of the thing really threw me off a little bit. But otherwise, in terms of like flavor, it's really good. I rate it an 8 out of 10.
I rate it an 8 out of 10 too, because I like it even better than the other one. The other one is way too caramelly.
Really? I prefer caramel over peanut butter, but okay.
Okay. Reunion. Reunion was even bigger than the show, to be honest.
I agree with you. I think everybody wanted to see the drama between Marshall and Jackie. I think that's
right. Now, first of all, the reunion was supposed to be live. It was supposed to be a live event on Netflix. Everybody was tuning in. 10 minutes before, there's supposed to be a waiting room. You're supposed to enter the waiting room and then get into the show. First of all, the waiting room wasn't even working for half of the country, half of the world. It wasn't working. Okay? For us, it wasn't working. It was just a eternal buffer screen. Then we're like, okay, maybe it'll open up 1 minute before. It didn't. 1 minute afterwards passed, and we're like, what's going on? 10 minutes later, we're like, oh, nah. We check Twitter. Everybody's complaining, all right? Everybody's complaining on Twitter, like, where is the show?
And then, like, Netflix tweeted, like, love is late.
Love is late. We'll be ready in 15 minutes. Hour and 30 minutes later, they're like, we're so sorry. We got to film it. It's not working. How are you going to plan a whole live show about the biggest show, literally one of the biggest shows of our generation?
Our generation.
And I'm saying like this era right now, from 2020 to now, it's one of the biggest shows. Mm-hmm. It's one of the biggest shows because it unites a lot of ages and a lot of countries. Think about it. Like, it is the next Love Island, the next Bachelor. How are you going to have a show like that and you're not ready for a live stream?
My question is, Netflix like a multi-billion-dollar company.
What, do they need to take notes from YouTube?
How are you not having
that tea?
How are you not? You don't have the bandwidth for like millions.
Exactly. You don't have the bandwidth for it. What was going on?
What was going on?
I don't know. What was
and it was so funny because like there was this other live show that they had, the one with Chris Rock, and that was working just fine.
Yeah, but I don't think as many people tuned in. How were they not ready for more people to tune in? How many people did they think were going to come? 10?
Well, anyways, the reunion itself, it was pretty like...
A lot of people had mixed opinions. A lot of people were saying that the host, Vanessa Lachey, that she was not going hard enough on the woman.
As much as the men.
What do they mean
by hard?
They felt like she was going easy on the woman, especially Irina and Micah and Jackie. First of all, Jackie didn't even show up. She did a little video call with Vanessa before the show, and she didn't even get asked any hard questions. Now, after hearing what had come out about how the conditions of filming and how a lot of people were mentally stressed and strained while filming on the show, if they felt like that Jackie was not mentally okay after the show, it makes sense why she wouldn't push. Even still, I feel like some questions could have been asked a little bit, but I think the whole world is against Jackie right now. And Jackie is probably at a fragile mental state right now. That's the thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the whole world was against Jackie. So, I don't know. But yeah, even during the reunion, for those who were there at the reunion, it seemed like she was going hard against Paul and hard against Zach and hard against Kwame, but not necessarily against like Micah and Irina, who were like the mean girls of the season.
Well, here's the thing. In my opinion, Nick Lachey should have taken up this, what do you call it?
I don't think that he wanted to, though, go as a male, go against the woman.
No. I say that Vanessa has the right to focus on the woman, whereas Nick should have been focused on the man.
Yeah.
Like he was just there. Like I'm sorry, but like as a man-to-man conversation, that should have happened. Instead of instead of a female to male. Yeah, because it's going to sound like nagging. And of course, it's going to be a lot on, everyone's going to like gang up on Vanessa for that.
Right.
So if anything, Nick should have stepped up.
I can see that. Yeah. And then I would say that Marshall, while he was there, he was saying that he felt robbed of the opportunity to even confront Jackie, I guess. And confront and talk to Jackie and Josh and just say, just have his own questions and banter and everything. And he felt like that was stolen from him.
Wow.
And
I mean, Twitter's free. You can just go say it there. Still a public platform. I'm just saying that there is other ways.
Oh my goodness.
I think he wanted
to be on TV because, but think about it. He was humiliated
nationally. So
he wanted to settle it nationally. Mm. So it is tough. I can understand where he's coming from. But I also understand where Jackie's coming from. Like she's not going to want, think about it. The crowd that was there, the live audience, they were booing Irina even when she was like crying. Like they were booing her. They were literally booing her.
Man, they would have threw stones at Jackie.
Yeah.
This hate is real. My
hate is real.
Wow.
People take these shows so seriously.
Dang. And this was a year ago, so the cast probably moved on.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. They're saying that they moved on. Marshall is even saying that he moved on.
I think they probably moved on, new relationships.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know how that must feel to have the whole world against you. That's supposed to be.
It is, yeah. It's crazy.
And they're not even against Irina. They just wanted someone to hate. They wanted a villain, okay?
Yeah.
And that's why they're blaming all this drama on the host because they're just mad at Netflix.
They're mad at, that's the thing. Everybody's finding someone to be mad at because everybody's mad it wasn't live and they didn't do their live questions. Mad that Jackie wasn't there, and they're just looking for.
Everyone's mad.
Everybody's mad.
Everybody's mad.
So, Sinead, you said that they actually just finished wrapping season 10, or
they're casting for season 10 already. That means that they are either in the middle of filming a season right now, or first of all, I think they're always filming seasons now.
No, but I heard on TikTok how they're casting for people in Colorado right now. So I think there's going to be a Colorado edition, because remember, this one was filmed in Seattle. No, remember that you said season 10. Yeah, no. That means that season filming 10 is Colorado. What is season 5? No, sorry. I think they're filming season 5. No. Because it was, when I read the tweet, it was kind of mixed up. Okay, so they're already doing they're looking for people for season 10 and 11, but they're casting right now. They already chose the location, Colorado, and they're already everything's all set right now. So they're about to film Colorado then. Yeah, or they already filmed it. That's what my I love how they're going to different areas and stuff. Would you guys go on Love Is Blind?
Ooh, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
So you wouldn't date someone just for their personality?
I would, but I wouldn't do Love Is Blind.
Wow.
Too much. But just imagine the international, stardom that you can get.
Nope. That's one thing Zach had said. He said that Irina was there just to get famous. So that says something. Yeah.
I think that definitely there's going to be, since this season was the most popular, I think that more and more people are going to try and get on the show.
Oh, yeah. And that's why there's going to be a lot of vetting.
Yeah. Back probably in season 1, it was just probably a couple thousand people.
Because the thing is, sometimes things will get filmed and it doesn't get picked up. So
yeah.
You know what's so funny about this? I feel like this is our Bachelor.
It is. Oh, yeah. This is generation's Bachelor. See, our generation before the millennials, they had the Bachelor.
And they had Love Island.
A lot of our friends watch Love Island and Bachelor. I'm just nah. This ain't.
But Love Is Blind. This is is the Ultimatum still going on?
I think they tried.
They tried the Ultimatum. It was okay.
Ooh. It wasn't as good as Love Is Blind.
Nah, Love Is Blind is just.
Have you guys ever heard of Singles Infernos?
Singles Infernos, isn't that a Korean one?
Yeah, it's a Korean one.
I have not heard of it. Maybe I should watch it.
Oh, it's really good. I remember a couple years back when it first started, it was I don't know, the whole drama about it. I don't know. It's very calm in a different place. Because I find that it's just I don't know, certain people, certain backgrounds who have a calmer aspect. It's still dramatic, but still I like it.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll be as big as Love Is Blind though.
Oh, it's not. It's definitely not.
Yeah, I think Love Is Blind just has a perfect combination of drama and just
and results too. Yeah.
See, if no one got married, I don't think anyone would tune in.
Yeah, but it's the fact that where it's will they stay married and stuff? And there actually is a chance of them staying married.
I'm just looking forward to season 5 because I do believe it's going to come out this year.
Oh yeah, no, they're releasing seasons they seem to be releasing seasons every few months. Because remember, season 3 aired earlier this year.
That's
or the end of last year.
Yeah, the end of no, because I think season 2 began the winter months.
Season 3.
And season 3 was the later months, September or
yeah.
One of those. So yeah, we're definitely getting a season 5 this year.
Yeah. So yeah.
Do you think that this show is helping people, not helping, but influencing this generation to take a chance more on people?
That's such a great observation.
Oh yeah, I asked ChatGPT for that question, and they actually gave me that. So yeah, I was asking ChatGPT, okay, what are some topics I could talk about? I was and they're yeah, what do you think of this influenced this generation with this show? I was that's interesting.
I mean, I think that is a good point. Do you think it does make people more open to dating people regardless of how they look? I think it does. And I think it also inspires people to even date more on the internet.
Yes. I think that is a good point.
Yeah.
I think internet dating is definitely on a high right now. I used to be so against it. And I feel I'm still kind of against it. But it's also where else are you going to meet them? And it's that's actually your best dating profile. Just your
online presence is your dating profile.
I mean, it's back then where people were don't go in the car with strangers. Now we have Uber. Now we have Lyft.
Shasha.
I think it's just a new generation of just
of trusting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you gotta trust everybody now.
It's not. But it's we trust people, but we just don't.
It's you do and you don't. It's a weird. We're in a weird generation right now.
Yeah, it's
you don't talk to strangers. Now, literally every day you're interacting with strangers in some kind of way.
Whether it's through Discord, whether it's through Instagram DM,
or whether it's through Twitter, whether it's through TikTok, whether it's through just like anything. You are interacting with strangers a lot now with social media.
And you know what? I feel like it's fun like that because I feel like people don't really get to know like your personality, and you just get to hide in your corners as like you're.
And that's how people make a fake persona. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us in this podcast. We hope to see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.